Do you have trouble getting your kids to help with the jobs around the house? Well, I might just have your answer. G'day, I'm Jenny Bonell and I'm a mum to 16 children. My husband Ray and I are the parents to 9 boys and 7 girls, and we live here in Australia. If you haven't been here before, welcome to our channel. We hope you find lots of encouragement here. At present we have 13 of us in the house. So a couple of the older kids are married and have moved out, but we've still got quite a lot of people in this household. So I think it's really important to keep some sort of order to the chaos that is our big family. I was asked recently if I would share some of my home organisation tips. Happy to do so, and I thought that we would start today by talking about our weekly job roster. Can you believe I'm actually home alone? All my children are either at work or at school, and I'm here completely by myself. And listen, yeah, nothing. It's so quiet. So that's why I'm talking to you. I am so not used to being so quiet. It's really strange. Yeah. I'm not sure whether I like it. Now, our job roster came about back when we had, I think, 6 or 7 children. Dad was working hard to support us all, and I was stay-at-home. Well, I still am a stay-at-home mum. But I was doing all the jobs, and even though the children were small at that point in time, I still felt like I wasn't teaching them, how to learn these skills and how to give back to the family. I think if mums are doing all the jobs all the time, nobody's going to have any fun, because mum's going to be completely exhausted and everybody else is getting everything done for them. If you live here, you work here, and you have to contribute. You have to do the jobs. When our kids grow up and they move out, all the jobs in their house are going to be theirs. So I guess doing 1 or 2 jobs in the family home each night is not such a bad thing after all. When we first started, it was just basically a bit of scribble on paper, and it was very time consuming to try and work it out. Once children got jobs, like their part-time jobs, then it became really tricky. So I had to come up with a better way of being able to organise the job roster or change it really fast, so it didn't waste a lot of time. So I put my thinking cap on, and I had to come up with a way to have a roster that little children could handle, plus the big kids. We put our kids on the roster at the age of 8. So from 8 years and onwards, they're on the formal roster. And the little ones, at the moment we've only got 2 that are under the age of 8. They actually get quite upset if they're not on the roster. They like to be part of what everybody else is doing in the house. So it's really cute to see that they actually want to contribute. And I think that's a great thing. I think that's really encouraging to me, that the kids actually want to help the family and to serve each other in the house. The roster hangs on the wall, so everyone in the house can see what job they're on that night. So we rotate through jobs each night so that everyone gets a chance to do everything and to learn each skill. There are, I think, 7 jobs at the moment and 9 people on the roster. So now when it's time to redo the job roster, we can sit down at the table as a family. I pull out all my little cards that I printed out on my computer and laminated. Everything's colour coordinated here. My whole world is colour coordinated. I do like organisation and lists, so this would be no different to me. And we have all these little cards, and we can sit there, and it's kind of like a game of cards. It is, everyone gets to sort of put their opinion in, let us know when they're working, let us know when they have sport, and we can kind of customise it and be a little bit flexible about our children's schedules. And that makes it easier to then get the finished item and I take a photo of it, sit at the computer, reprint it up, laminate it and hang it on the wall. Now, if you were very, very brave, you could take the little coloured cards and you could put sticky dots on the back of them and maybe Velcro them to a board. In this household, I considered doing that, but we had a lot of cheeky little kids that would probably think that it was funny to swap the roster around. So that's why I print ours out and then laminate it and put it up. But if you're game, it would be a really handy way and then you could just move them around as needed each week. We do couple up the kids on a couple of the jobs because we actually have more children on the roster now than what we have jobs. So it means that, maybe most nights there's 2 people on the washing up or 2 people on prep and set making dinner. But that's good because we will team up an older child with a younger one. Obviously an 8-year-old can't cook for an entire family of, 18, 20 people. So they need that mentoring from the older sibling and from the parents as well. We're always there and helping along with these jobs as well. I think it's really important for mum and dad to stay on the same team so that the children don't play off the parents against each other. You have to stand firm on this. It is important that we teach our children these skills. So it means that, this might not work in every household, but if you are struggling to get your kids to help around the house, then you might want to try a job roster. You can be as flexible with it as you like. You can have as few jobs or as many jobs as you need. You can get the kids involved. Getting the kids involved is actually really fun because they're more likely to want to do the job if they've had a bit of a say. We have very few complaints around here about the job roster. Everyone just seems to get in and do what they're supposed to do. I think everyone realises that in a family we have to come together and there are lots of things to do in a household to keep it running. One particularly this size, there's a lot of things to do. So not one person is going to do it all. The kids understand that. So we don't have too many complaints about the job roster. You don't have to do your job. If you're sick, obviously mum and dad step in and we take over that. If it's your birthday, you get a night off, which is really nice. They get taught how to do basic simple meals, nothing too fancy, and they can then go on to learn. Like our 12-year-old can put a roast dinner on for 20 plus people with pretty much no supervision. I'm pretty proud of the kids and what they can do, and they're fairly independent and very skilled. We've got our job rosters up here for everyone. We've got our list of descriptions so that everybody knows what the job is about and everything that people are expected to do throughout the week. Now this is really important. If you go and ask a child to wash the dishes, they're going to think that all they have to do is wash 4 dishes and then walk away from the kitchen and the job's finished with. And of course, as mums and dads, we know that there's much more to the job than just that. So I actually wrote the descriptions up here for the kids, and then there's no argument about what is expected of each person when they do the job. The washing and drying on our list is red. And it says to wash all dishes properly, to also wash the cooking pots and pans. You have to dry everything, and then they have to clean down the sink afterwards, so wiping down all that soap and everything afterwards needs to be done. And then really important at the end of it is they have to put the dirty tea towels out into the laundry basket. Now most kids are not going to think of those when they're doing a job, so it's there and they don't have to think of it because we've already thought of it for them. And they can just read that, see what's expected. So I hope that you have enjoyed looking at our job roster. If you would like to see more of this type of video, make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you would like to hear about and what you would like to see. And make sure that you please subscribe. Stay with us. We'd love for you to join our big family again. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.